back to another video. Today we've got a Game Week 11 team reviews. We unfortunately are not going to be joined by FPL Razmataz as he is busy studying currently for his school exams tomorrow. But don't worry, we've still got a normal, exciting lineup. We will be having our Star Player Challenge as well as our Players Watch List, and then we'll wrap it up with our Game Week 12 transfers and teams. So let's get cracking. Today's FPL trivia question is as follows. Which of these players has not missed a penalty until Game Week 11? The three options are option A, Erling Haaland, option B, Enzo Fernandez, option C, Bruno Fernandes. Please stay tuned, the answer will be revealed at the end of the video. Next follows our Game Week 11 team reviews. Game Week 11 was an extremely low scoring game week with many experienced FPL managers struggling and having a horror show of a game week. Our team managed a respectable 33 points, which was 1 point higher than the average of 32 points. Two players of note that contributed to our score included Anderson and Mabumo, both with 5 points each. However, the main star of our team was Kieran Trippier with a haul of 9 points, which was like gold dust in this low scoring game week. Erling Haaland unfortunately blanked with a 2-point score as our captain. However, this was mainly due to the fact that he went off early in the match injured. Our overall game week rank managed to climb up as we secured a green arrow and we moved up from a previous rank of 2.1 million to 1.9 million out of more than 10 million FPL managers in the world. We keep on rocking and rolling, so please stay tuned and follow us for more green arrow moves. This is FPL Razmataz's Game Week 11 team review. FPL Razmataz managed an identical 33 points, which had his main stars with Ward and Matoma both with 6 points each, and he also had the star of the game week, Kieran Trippier, with 9 points. As FPL Razmataz took a 4-point hit, this unfortunately meant that he had a smallish red arrow as he moved down to 2.4 million, which is still quite a reasonable rank with lots of game weeks remaining. This is the FPLA Super League standings currently. In first place, we've got a new leader with Brooklyn Benjamin rising back to the top. Well done, Brooklyn, with 742 points. Moving one down, quite closely breathing down Brooklyn's neck, we've got FPL Cotty in second place. In third place, we have got John Paul J, followed by fourth place, which goes to Ruskin Jacob. Fifth place, we've got Rob Agara. In sixth place, we've got Farid Mustafa. Seventh place goes to Huzaifa Aliyu. Joint 8, we've got Philip Sapani and Kop Ramadani. Rounding up the top 10, we have got Zen. Overall, well done to everybody that's managed to reach the top 10. Those that are not yet there but that are pushing, keep on trying and your turn will come sometime soon. These are the current fixtures to target from Game Week 12 to Game Week 15. If you're looking at who's got the best fixtures, then Arsenal undoubtedly have got a great run from Game Week 12 to Game Week 15 with probably only the Brentford fixture that's really going to test them. Aston Villa have also got decent fixtures, not as good as Arsenal's, but you would say that the Fulham and the Bournemouth fixtures, you'd expect them to win those comfortably. Then Brighton have also got a great two fixtures, firstly against Sheffield United and then against Nottingham Forest. The Chelsea one, it's debatable which Chelsea team will be lining up, but you could most likely expect there to be goals in that game. Then Crystal Palace, who've gone a bit under the radar. They started off the season a bit slowly, but they've also got two great fixtures coming up against Everton and Luton next. And then you've got Manchester United, who are having a bit of a struggling season, but on their day, they can beat anybody, and they've got Two great fixtures that can hopefully let the season start rolling against Luton and Everton next. And the Manchester United attacking players could be great differentials, as many FPL managers have transferred them out because of their recent performances. And then we've got Newcastle, who fixtures are starting to turn, but they've still got a great fixture against Bournemouth in game week 12. And then we've got Spurs, who also have their fixtures that are starting to turn, but they've got a great fixture against Wolves in game week 12. And then we've got West Ham, who've got a great run of fixtures coming up. Nottingham Forest, Burnley, followed by Crystal Palace. Next follows the Star Player Challenge, FPLA Plus versus FPL Razzmatazz. This is the Star Player Challenge scores from game week 11, and with FPL Razzmatazz loading up on Liverpool players. Unfortunately, Liverpool did not smash Luton Town, but had a very disappointing game. At one stage they were behind, only to be rescued by Luis Diaz. So FPL Razzmatazz unfortunately was not able to get maximum points from his Liverpool players in that game. Alisson did still manage though to get 6 points as a result of saves and bonus points. So he managed a 12-point score, whereas my star players managed 18 points thanks to Sam Johnson with another great performance and 9 points, and John Stones, who came off, and shortly thereafter Manchester City conceded. So that was a clean sheet in the bag for John Stones, who's now also subsequently been injured. So let's see how my team and FPL Razzmatazz's team are planning to line up for game week 12. So for game week 12 in the Star Player Challenge, FPL Razzmatazz, his goalkeeper, he's gone for his Vicario for their fixture against Wolves, and Vicario's had an extremely great start to his Premier League career, and Wolves could also be a great fixture. I've decided to go for the team that we are hoping to see a solid performance in game week 12, and that is Arsenal and their keeper David Raya for their match against Burnley. In defense, FPL Razzmatazz has gone for Saliba, who is one of the most transferred in players ahead of game week 12. He's a very reliable player, he's nailed on. I've decided to go for my star in the last game week, and that is Kieran Trippier, keeping faith in him for his fixture against Bournemouth. In the midfield, FPL Razzmatazz has gone for one of his favorite players currently in the league, and that is Mohamed Kudus, who has started to show great form. He's a great baller and a very exciting prospect for West Ham going forward. And I've decided to go for Kira Matoba for his fixture against Sheffield United. In the forward line, FPL Razzmatazz has decided to go for Ollie Watkins, and I've decided to go for Darwin Núñez. So that's our Game Week 12 Star Player Challenge players. Let's see, who do you think will win Game Week 12? Will it be FPLA Plus or FPL Razzmatazz? Comment down below. Key players to target. Firstly, we've got Bukayo Saka, currently orange flag, but Mikel Arteta believes he should hopefully be okay. At 8.6 million, he's got great fixtures. He's playing Burnley next at home, followed by Brentford and Wolves. Thereafter, we've got Saliba at 5.2 million, playing for a solidly defensive Arsenal team with some great fixtures. You can definitely count on him. Then we've got Kaoru Matoma at 6.5 million, one of the stars of the Brighton team, has got a plum fixture against Sheffield United home, followed by Nottingham Forest and Chelsea. Then we've got one of the star defenders for this season so far, from Crystal Palace, Anderson at 5.1 million, has got Everton at home next, followed by Luton and West Ham. Then if you're looking for an out of position player who is a midfielder but plays potentially in the forward position, with Wilson that looks like he could be injured and Isak out, at only 5.7 million, playing Bournemouth next, followed by Chelsea and Manchester United, he could present unbelievable value if the Newcastle attack lights up like we know that it can. This is our current Game Week 12 transfer plan. We've got two options. Our first option that we are considering, this is a little tricky as we don't really want to get rid of Brian Mabumo, but we would like to bring in Bukayo Saka if he is likely to be available. And in order to bring in Bukayo Saka, we need to get rid of Brian Mabumo as his next two fixtures are quite tricky against Liverpool and Arsenal. Thereafter, he's got a great fixture against Luton, and that's why we are a little bit reluctant to get rid of him now. If we do get rid of Brian Mabumo and bring in Bukayo Saka, we would need to fund this. And the only way that we can likely fund this is to get rid of Kieran Trippier and bring in William Saliba from Arsenal, who's also got some great fixtures. This allows us perfectly, without any further funds in the bank, to get these two players in. There is a chance that Saliba could rise in price sometime soon. So if we don't make this transfer, then we might need to settle on Gabriel if we can't afford Saliba. But for now, we still have our eyes set on Saliba. This is quite a tricky transfer as both Brian Mabumo and Trippier have been reliable stalwarts of the team, but their fixtures are soon turning, whereas Arsenal's fixtures are turning for the good. So this could be a gamble that we are taking, whether you go on the star player quality, whether you go on the fixtures. The other transfer option that we are considering, based on our reluctance for option 1, is that we could potentially bring in an Arsenal defender, Gabriel, and that is if we transfer out Botman, who is currently injured and will just be sitting on the bench. It still gives us an opportunity to get the Arsenal clean sheet points and hopefully some other points as well, without sacrificing Kieran Trippier and Brian Mabumo. Comment down below which of these two transfer plan options would you say is the better option for Game Week 12 and beyond. This is the transfer plan for FPL Razmataz. He's got Casemiro that is currently red flagged. He's only expected back sometime in January. And he is planning to transfer in Mohamed Kudus for Casemiro. In order to fund this, he needs to downgrade Kieran Trippier to William Saliba. And he has got sufficient funds for this plus another 0.4 million in the bank. This is for a -4. Quite an exciting transfer. I think Mohamed Kudus is definitely a star of the future for the Premier League. This is how our Game Week 12 team is currently expected to line up. In goal, we've got Arihole from West Ham. In defense, we've got Anderson from Crystal Palace, Saliba from Arsenal, and Tsimikas from Liverpool. In midfield, we've got Mo Salah from Liverpool, Heung-min Son from Tottenham Hotspur, Bukayo Saka from Arsenal, and Simon Adingra from Brighton. Our forward line consists of Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez from Manchester City, followed by Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa. On the bench, we've got Turner from Nottingham Forest, who seems to have lost his place, Ethan Pinnock from Brentford, Brownhill from Burnley, and Botman, who is currently injured from Newcastle. Our team value is currently 102.6 million with 0 in the bank. Our captaincy armband is currently on Mo Salah for his fixture at home against Brentford, with the vice captaincy on Bukayo Saka. Other potential captaincy options could be Erling Haaland or putting the captaincy armband on Bukayo Saka. As Bukayo Saka has been injured, we are not so sure when he does come back from injury, potentially if he does play in this match, if he is likely to get his full set of minutes, as he could potentially be managed back. And the reason currently for not considering Erling Haaland is because his away record is not as good as his home record, and we think that Mo Salah could potentially outscore him with the home fixture at Liverpool's Fortress at Anfield. Please comment down below, who are you captaining and who do you think is the captaincy option that will get the most points in Game Week 12. This is the Game Week 12 team for FPL Razmataz. In goal he's got Kaminsky from Luton. In defence he's got Ward from Crystal Palace, Cash from Aston Villa and Saliba from Arsenal. In midfield he's got Mo Salah from Liverpool, Matoma from Brighton, Diaby from Aston Villa, Kudus from West Ham. His forward line consists of Haaland from Manchester City, Darwin from Liverpool and Watkins from Aston Villa. Quite a solid team with a team value of 100 million and 0.4 million in the bank. On the bench is Flicken, Suchik, Tabore and Botman, who's currently injured. FPL Razmataz's captaincy armband is currently on Mo Salah as well, with his vice captaincy armband on Erling Haaland. The answer to the FPL trivia question that we asked earlier, the question was, which of these players has not missed a penalty until game week 11? The three options were option A, Erling Haaland, option B, Enzo Fernandez, option C, Bruno Fernandes. Do you know the answer to this question? The answer to this question is Bruno Fernandes. Erling Haaland and Enzo Fernandez have both missed one penalty each, while Bruno Fernandes has not missed any penalties thus far. That's all for this game week video. We hope you found it quite useful and enjoyable. We wish you good luck for game week 12 and wish you big green arrows. Until we chat again, cheerio!